You're sick. You're actually sick in the head, JJ.
And then I have the gas stove on. And I'm lowering him. Or her. What is it?
Him.
I'm lowering him onto the gas. And she's looking down. He's looking down, whimpering. And you go, stop! And I go, I will stop. If you lay down and let me fart on your face.
You farting in my face? Absolutely not. The dog can fart in my face.
No, at least we know what the intro to this podcast is going to be. You can't fart in my face. The dog can fart in my face. Welcome to the What Would You Do podcast with JJ and Nimi, the podcast where you write in your submissions and we tell you what we would do in those situations. Do follow us on Instagram, What Would You Do podcast. Do follow us on Twitter, WWYD, JJ and Nimi. Do follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to us on YouTube, which is
WWYD podcast on YouTube.
So they're all different.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of that.
It's just whatever's available.
Whatever's available at the time.
Yeah.
If we get big enough and if we get enough followers, then we could maybe chat to the people that have these names and go, can we please have them? Because you're obviously not doing anything with them. But at this moment, we're not there.
That was such an amazing, energetic opening from you because before we hit record, both of us were looking at each other like we are done with life.
It's just been one of those weeks, Nimi. So I was, and this will kind of tell how far in advance we're recording these. I was at the Championship playoff final, Coventry versus Luton Town. I'm a Coventry fan. And they got to the final, so I was like, I have to go. Managed to secure some funds from a family member.
What do you mean? For what?
I have no money, but I needed to go. So I was like, oh, can you like lend me this so I can get this flight? Flights are well expensive last minute.
Yeah.
Last minute, bought tickets, bought the hotel, went there I flew on Friday. I flew on Friday afternoon, and then I went out on the Friday night, and then the game was Saturday. And then I went out all Saturday night till about 1, 2 in the morning. Woke up at 5:30 in the morning because jet lag, the 3-hour jet lag just messes with me. And then I had to get a tube from North London all the way down to like towards Brighton, which is like, if you don't know London at all, it's like South London. I had to get a tube across, and I had a suitcase as well because Catherine was like, if you're going to go to London, you have to then take an empty suitcase and fill it full of baby food. She's like, you're allowed to go. I support your dreams.
Yeah.
Exact words. But you have to fill it with baby food. So
on this one condition. Yeah.
Yeah. So on the Friday night when I landed, I took an empty suitcase into Boots, opened it up without realising like my pants were in there and stuff. It was a little bit embarrassing in front of the customer service person. I just lugged loads of like overnight oats and stuff for babies.
Also, it's the UK. I'm sure they've seen worse.
Yeah, but they did feel a bit dismayed by it. But welcome to the podcast. But that's why I'm feeling a little bit flat as a pancake.
Yeah.
But why are you feeling a bit flat?
You know, I don't know what's in the air. I don't know if Mercury's in Gatorade. I just...
Actually, don't laugh. Don't laugh. She's been saying this for 7 years. Retrograde.
I know. Retrograde. I was just trying to be
like an energy
funny.
drink.
I got a laugh out of you. It worked. I don't know. It just feels like there's something in the air. I moved place, and that in itself is so stressful. I've still got boxes and boxes of stuff everywhere.
I swear you had that. I swear you moved like 3 months ago.
I did. It was 3 weeks ago.
Oh, right, okay.
But I've been so busy with work that I haven't been able to do any of the house stuff, and things have just been going wrong, like one thing after the other.
Question now: how do you move apartment? Because I've only moved from living accommodation that offices last previous job provided to then going into a brand new place, but switching stuff over sounds like a logistical nightmare, and I'm terrified for it.
It's a lot. I do enjoy the process because I get bored easily, so I've been moving pretty much every 2 years for the last 6 years I've been here. But it's nice. I mean, this place is much bigger. It's worth it. It's just you feel unsettled. It's just that kind of feeling.
And you literally moved across the road as well.
I literally moved across. No, literally.
Yeah, it's the same building.
You
could
can
just
see the other building
where you used to live.
Yeah.
Previous. But welcome to the show.
Yeah.
I didn't want to start it on a bad note.
No, come on, that's just live.
No, but we have started it on a bad note.
Okay.
But I didn't want to continue it on a bad note. But unfortunately, we're going to have to. We've had some feedback
Okay.
And this is a place where everything's open, everything's honest, and everything's anonymous. We promised that.
No, but...
So we've had an anonymous feedback form filled in and sent to us. Sent to me personally.
I don't remember us creating a feedback form to give to people to fill in.
This was a very much a closed-door policy when it comes to feedback. But for some reason... while we were opening up the front door of receiving positive affirmations from our listeners, and thank you so much for the messages.
Yeah.
Some little fucker just snuck on the back door.
Okay, and the thing is, I just know, I'm already in a bad mood. I just know the feedback is directed towards me. I just know it.
Well, obviously, because it was sent to me.
Okay, go on then. What have we got?
So this goes back to episode 2, right? Episode 2, you told a story about getting quite aggressive in a Zara.
Yes, for anyone who hasn't listened to episode 2, just pause this, go back.
No, brief synopsis. Just give us a very, very brief synopsis of what happened.
I was in Zara with my mum, shopping for a suit, found a baby pink suit. I grabbed the trousers, about to grab the blazer. A woman reaches over me to grab a top.
Yeah, white t-shirt, wasn't it?
Totally in my space. She didn't need to do that. She literally could have waited 2 minutes. I obviously huffed a bit. She reacted to it. What's that face for? What's wrong with you? I was like, look at you. Why are you doing this? Do you have no decorum?
Yeah. That's the synopsis of it.
Yeah.
We've had a feedback from one of our listeners regarding that situation.
Okay.
And I feel like it's fair to kind of listen to it, absorb it, do what you want with it. But I think it's fair that people do know that we are always open to any sort of feedback, good and bad.
Speak for yourself.
As far as I'm concerned, the back door's always open.
Look, I am clearly going
physically
through
and metaphorically.
Go on. Who is it? An anonymous?
It's anonymous.
Of course
it's always,
it is.
No, it is always anonymous.
Okay.
Hello. My grandma came across your podcast on her Instagram stories, and in the middle of laughing and admiring the guy in them, she couldn't help but notice the girl in the video. For a couple of days, she was thinking about it. Where have I seen this girl before? Then all of a sudden, it hit her. It's the girl that physically and emotionally triggered me and my grandma in Zara.
No. This is you're an actual joke now. At some point, you need to question your life.
Can I carry on reading the letter, please?
Please.
That I've received. I am in shock with how she told the story in episode 2, as it couldn't be further from the truth. The day started like any other day. Local charity work, feeding the hungry, taking care of unwanted animals and the such. In the short break of the day I had, and after amassing a large amount of baby sick that got on my t-shirt from my numerous hours of children's charity work, I decided to pop to Zara for a new white t-shirt.
Oh, wow.
Being blind and with my stick in hand, I wandered to Zara and started looking for the white t-shirt. I accidentally bumped into a lady where I said, my sincerest apologies.
No.
This is where Nimi completely lost it. Excuse me, excuse you, is what I heard. My response was, I'm sorry, I'm blind, I can't see you, but please can you help me find my white t-shirt? I then heard another voice saying, you should be so lucky to see her face. I believe it was Nimi's mum. After that, it got worse. Nimi took my guiding stick and decided to do the dance routine to Old Bamboo around the store. I was shook. Not only that, Nimi's mum pushed my gran off her wheelchair and wheeled out of Zara with it. I couldn't see, my gran couldn't walk, and all I could hear was the distant sounds of an old musical classic, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Okay, round of applause for
receiving
JJ and this delusional world he lives in. Hang on, can we just pause for a
Old
second?
Bamboo Nimi.
Can we just pause? He's a CEO of a company. He's the father of a child. He is a husband. He is a friend to many and still had time to sit down and write that fake letter.
I wrote nothing. I received it on Instagram. The grandma saw it. Luckily, she could pull herself over to her phone because she don't have a wheelchair anymore.
That is
Well, your mum's
good.
wheeling about.
I can just see a woman dragging
Burj
herself
Khalifa
along.
Boulevard.
Yeah. Oh, that was good. Well done.
But
I genuinely...
feedback is always welcome.
Always. Just, I'm glad it wasn't real feedback because I'm not ready for that today. You would have really tipped me over the edge. That was really good, though. My face is hurting. Well done.
Hey, thank you.
Creative writing, JJ. Okay, so can I switch things up now?
Yeah.
My face literally hurts.
Back to reality a little bit.
Okay, so I came across a thread.
Yeah.
The craziest things you did after a breakup. So people were leaving comments on the craziest things they did, but also things that happened to them. Okay, have you done anything crazy?
The crazy stuff I've done. It goes back to episode 1, actually, when I spoke about the girl that broke my heart after being with her for 2 weeks. And I was just like inconsolable. I remember just sitting there on the floor. It would have been 2007, so James Blunt's first album was massive.
Yeah.
And I was listening to Goodbye My Lover on the floor while scrimping up old bits of tissue and just trying to throw it into the toilet from the other side of the bathroom. And I was sat there for like 3 hours.
Okay.
I did the album on loops. Wise Men is a banger, by the way.
Okay, nice. But now looking back, you're like, that was a bit too much?
It was a bit overdramatic, and maybe I was a bit sensitive at the time.
Okay, cool.
But this is a thread of what other people have done, or
you've done. So what's the craziest thing your ex did after your breakup, or the craziest thing you did after a breakup? Asked me if I would give him a haircut at 9 p.m. on Christmas Eve. So random. Like one way to get back with the ex and like guarantee a good time is like 9 p.m. Christmas Eve. Good spirits around Christmas. Let me just go around.
It's the year of giving.
Yeah, it
and
really
then
is.
Always just kind of like loop into like, what kind of way can I get in that? She's a hairdresser. It's coming up to Christmas. Maybe she'll pop round.
Yeah.
Where we can rekindle this love.
Exactly.
That's desperate, isn't
it? Who knows? Maybe we'll find out like, and now we're married with 3 kids.
That's a heartbroken man.
Okay. Posted my address on Family Watchdog. Do you know what that is?
Isn't it like when someone's committed a crime?
Yeah. When you've committed a crime or you suspect someone like in your community of doing something dodgy or illegal activity.
What, in the hope that the ex would then see it and then go, I know that address, I need to save her?
No. Someone broke up with me, and I couldn't handle the fact that they broke up with me. I posted their name on Family Watchdog as like they're a criminal. Go check them out. So the police would show up to the guy's house and go through stuff. That's a bit too much.
Mad.
Here we go. Showed up to my friend's house uninvited. Tried to convince them to get back. Okay, let's try that again. Showed up to my friend's house uninvited to try and convince them to convince me to get back with him. But then I found out he gave my name to the kid he had with his affair partner. Like, why? I'm not even mad. Just curious about the thought process. Gave? So he
I'm
had...
trying to refigure what Nimi's just said. I thought she was rapping at one point. I was watching 8 Mile. What did you just say?
Okay. Let's just cut to the chase.
Yeah.
Her ex showed up to the house.
Yeah.
Trying to convince her friends.
Yeah.
To get back with her.
Yes.
Okay.
Got that now.
Yeah. But she found out that the reason that they broke up was they had an affair. Okay.
Happens.
And he's having a baby with the lady that he's had an affair with.
Who's also at the party.
And he's named the baby her name.
Oh. This happened to something to do with me where like a pair broke up and then basically then they both had kids. One of them had the kid first and named it a name, and then the other lot had the kid and named it the same name.
Yes.
So that was like a bit weird, isn't it? Like you purposely wouldn't do it. Obviously none of them have invented the name, but you just kind of stay clear of the name.
Yeah, I feel like if an ex named their kid Nimi or Namisha, even worse.
Yeah.
Like, red flags, I'm sorry for your partner.
I don't know, but Namisha's just a name, innit?
No,
like,
but
just
it's
a
not.
name.
Like John is such a common name, right? So if one of your exes calls their kid John, I wouldn't think it's about you.
I'd know it was about me.
No.
It doesn't matter what you think, Nimi. I would know it's about me. If then they call the kid JJ, then we've got a massive problem.
Yeah. Like, how would you feel if right now, like, how would Catherine feel if one of your exes named one of their kids JJ? Would Catherine care?
Yeah, probably.
Exactly. It's
really
weird.
Really weird you brought that up. Catherine said that she had a dream last night about me and my ex.
What?
She said she had a dream last night about me and my ex, who I went out with in 2011, long time ago. And she said that I walked into the bedroom to see Catherine. I went, oh yeah, just by the way, I'm just going to pop out and I'm just going to go for a coffee with my ex because she's in the area. And Catherine was like, you what? I don't think that's okay.
But
like,
was she
that's
cared?
a bit weird.
That was a relationship a long time ago.
And then she was like, and then my response was, all right, I won't go if you feel bad about it, but is it all right if I just send her a list of her favourite books that I recommended as an apology for not going out for coffee with her? And Catherine was like,
no.
You bar. No. Still wrong, no.
How would you feel? Is Catherine still friends with any of her exes?
No. She's had one.
You made sure of that, didn't
She's
you?
had one, and it's I don't know. No.
And he was the guy on the X Factor.
What do you mean?
Was it? Because she was in a relationship when you guys met.
Funny, I brought this up the other day as well. So Catherine was seeing someone before me, after her long-term boyfriend.
Oh.
She was seeing someone else, and then I went on the X Factor, and then this guy she was used to be seeing was our cameraman. And I didn't know. So I was giving it all boy band, like, vote for us, vote for us. And there's a geezer holding the camera going, I literally pummeled your missus. Or maybe they didn't, I don't know. It makes me feel sick.
When did you find out? After it all?
A couple of years later.
Oh my God. And on that note.
And I was there like, vote. Phone to the ear.
No, he's just looking at you like, why? Why is she with him?
The thing is, you know what's well annoying? He was so good looking as well.
Was he?
So he looked like prime Johnny Depp.
Oh my God.
From memory. Long
so
time
not
ago.
even close.
Yeah.
Okay, last one. What's the craziest thing your ex did or that you did after a breakup? I went on Tinder, swiped right on every guy within 15 miles of our location. I scheduled dates for every day for the next 4 weeks. On some weekends, I would plan a lunch and dinner date twice in a day. I just didn't want to deal with the rejection I felt after he dumped me, so I sought acceptance and kindness in the arms of many strangers. It was exhausting, but it was less expensive than therapy.
She's going through every penis in a 15-mile radius.
Literally, just so he knows about it. And then hopefully he'll come running back. Do you really think he's going to come running back after hearing that? No.
Well, after every single bloke.
Yeah.
So every street he walks down in that 15-mile radius, he'll look right, he'll look left. The tenor bet that both of those guys' dicks have been around her.
100%.
Maybe not inside her.
No.
But they've been around her.
Around. Yeah. There you go.
I have a story about this. Kind of the craziest stuff someone's done. And this happened when I was 16, 17. A friend of mine's twin brother was going out with a girl who was also part of our friendship group. And basically after a year together, year seems like a long time at 16 or 17. They were together a year and then they broke up.
Okay.
So then the next day, a few of the friends, I wasn't there, but a few of the friends were at his house. And then all they heard was banging on the windows. Banging. And then they walked outside to see the ex-girlfriend with a big pot of something with poo in it, soil in it, grass in it, wee in it, and was stirring it up, going, I'm making a potion, I'm making a love potion, I'm making a love potion, smearing it down her face and then running up and splatting it on the walls.
What?
Bearing in mind this guy's 17, so his parents were also in the house. And she was just slamming it and then just rolling around crazy all over the garden. So we had to go, can you please leave?
Oh my
And she wouldn't leave, she was just rolling around there covered in her own shit.
Wow. That's scary though.
But that's love.
No.
But ultimately,
no.
that's love.
Let's not confuse it. Crazy behaviour is not love. It's toxic behaviour.
What is the wildest thing you would do for the person that you love? Would you shit in a bucket and wipe it on your forehead like Simba from Lion King?
No.
Cool.
I don't care how much I love them, no.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever done anything psycho.
I don't think you've ever done anything fun. If we're going to go there.
Wait,
I'm not saying shitting in a bucket and wiping your head and going Simba is fun, but I just think you need to have fun. Get out there. Experience the world.
I think because I haven't had...
Grab your man's hand and run around Dubai with it. See what happens. Make love in a... Go abroad.
Yeah.
And make love in a field.
Yeah.
But only abroad.
Yeah, not here.
No.
Not in the UAE because it's against the law.
Obviously.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
Do something, though.
But why do you think my life is so unfun? My life is so fun. And now I'm hearing myself out loud and it sounds so unfun.
Yeah, it's so unfun.
But you make it that way. It's not that way. Just because I haven't had like crazy psycho exes
or like friends.
Or friends.
Or like just anything. Like just this week, I urge you to do something wild.
Okay.
And listeners, you can get involved with this. If you want to get involved and suggest things for Nimi to do, that would be fun. Just to get out there, experience. And it could be wild stuff.
Yeah.
It's completely anonymous.
Okay.
Let us know what Nimi should do.
Yeah.
We'll go through them and we'll pick one for her. Just to get out there and have some fun in her life.
I did something wild this week.
Go on.
I booked...
You got like a different tint on your eyebrows or something?
No.
Boring.
I booked premium economy flights instead of business flights to LA. And that was wild.
Yeah, you just want to see how the other half live now.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if you turn around towards the back of the plane, that's where you'll see me waving.
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to get the stewardess's attention, but I'm so far. I was so far back in the Emirates flight the other day.
No.
I saw the trolley and it took about 45 minutes to work its way to me. That's how far back I was.
That's tough.
And you were already on your third course.
Yeah, that's a tough life.
And your second Moe.
Yeah.
Or Verve or whatever it is.
But I'm dropping standards for this flight.
That's
so
very well done. Why are you dropping standards? Is it a friend that can't afford it? That
no.
you have to do
it's
it
just we're just hoping we'll get an upgrade of some sort. So I'm holding out.
Or we get recognised or something.
Oh yeah, as if I'm not with Jay Shetty anymore.
Right, I've got a what would you do?
Yeah. Go on.
This is obviously a listener submission. This is completely anonymous, and you can write in as well. What would you do podcast on Instagram? This could be any story, completely unfiltered, stuff you've been through or stuff your friend's been through. Either way, it's anonymous.
Yes.
We know who you are.
Yeah.
But that's as far as it goes.
And we don't judge you.
Was in a club and was eyeing up a guy. Super hot, mixed race, tall, attractive model. Dancing and eyeing each other up. Finally made contact and one thing led to another and ended up back at my place. Making out and got naked. Was literally what dreams are made of, these types of situations where he was super hot and almost like hitting the jackpot.
Nice.
Halfway through, he stops to tell me he has a fetish and asked if he could fart on my face.
No.
What would you do? The guy's hot.
No.
You've met him in a club.
No.
You're sweaty.
No.
You've had a beverage. You bring him home. He takes off his top and he looks like Ryan Gosling from...
Yes.
What's that film where he looks absolutely
Crazy
minted?
Stupid Love.
Crazy Stupid Love. What a film, by the way.
Yeah.
Best rom-com of all time. Takes his top off.
Yeah.
He says, let's go. You're at it. You're making love ferociously.
Yes.
And then he stands up and goes, let me fart on your face.
I would think he's joking.
I think I'd be so in the moment I'd let it happen.
No. Please, I don't think
that
you
moment
would.
is just like, would whip me up, I think. It was just like, you're so whipped up in the craziness of it. And he goes, let me fart on your face.
But you know what? I understand there's fetishes out there, and I understand like people are
and we
into...
do not kink shame.
We do not, absolutely not.
Fart where you want, as far as I'm concerned.
Totally. But like, to do it in someone's face, it's like really derogatory. It's like pissing on people during sex.
Yeah, which we don't do.
Another
one of my friends did something like that. Yeah.
There's some weird shit out there.
She said that we were just like at a rehearsal or something, and then she just went, oh yeah, me and my boyfriend, like, we on each other. And we on each other, and then like we can't be bothered to clean the sheets, so we just sleep in it.
No.
Not my friend anymore, but...
Oh god, another story just came to mind, but I don't think I can say it.
Go on. We're anonymous.
Oh, completely anonymous, but I just know my mum's listening. Sorry, mum. But like, I have a friend.
Yeah.
It's actually a friend of a friend. My friend actually told me the story only a few weeks ago. But she got pregnant again, and she's got like pregnant with her 4th child or whatever.
There's some serious investigative journalism happening on your Instagram page, by the way. The other day, a lady commented going, I've been scrolling through your Instagram for ages trying to find your dad.
I know.
He used to be a model.
Guys, the amount of messages I got, like, can I see a picture of your dad? Can you please just send me a picture of your dad? I'm going to see what he looks like.
But then also, like, with this pregnant friend, people are going to be scrolling through your followers and just find someone that's just announced a pregnancy.
Luckily,
so your pregnant friend.
Yeah, my pregnant friend. Well, pregnant friend of a friend. 4th child. Oops, it was like, wasn't planned. We're pregnant. Cool.
Yeah.
So the friend was like, how did this happen? Like, how did you get pregnant? And she was just like, oh, we don't ever use protection. Okay, so that's one.
Strange. That's dangerous.
Yeah, of course.
You're gambling.
Yeah. And then the second thing was, she was like...
You're dicing with dick there.
The second thing was just like...
You're throwing the dice of dick.
He didn't, like, pull out in time.
Yeah, sometimes, like, from a man's perspective, you're just so in the moment, you just want him to sleep there for a bit longer. Like, you do push it sometimes to the edge.
Yeah. But he was like, he didn't pull out in time, and then, like... Oh, no, he did pull out in time, sorry. It was like half and half, basically.
It was a pre-cum situation.
Yeah. And then, like, did it on top of her. So it was just on top of her. God, this is going in a really weird direction.
I just thought you were going to tell a story of, like, how, like, you farted once while you're doing it, but now this is going wild.
We're talking about, like, you said, like, about, like,
I feel like I'm living inside 50 Shades of Grey right now. Keep going.
But I'm not telling it in a sexy way whatsoever.
No, you're so uncomfortable. Like, your denim jacket's wrapped around. You couldn't be any tighter. Like, your whole body is closed off. Like, you're mortified you're talking about this. But I like that you are.
I am.
Look at you opening up.
I'm doing something wild. Wow. Yeah. I'm taking it.
You're telling the wild story of a friend.
Yeah, anyway. So...
And literally explaining a story of things that happen in relationships probably every weekend.
Yeah, probably. It's probably so normal, but to me it's just so crazy.
You went to do it, but then didn't, but then did eventually pull out, and then, you won't believe this, a bit of his ejaculate landed on her. Isn't that just the wildest?
Why are you doing this? Okay, so it was half went in, half of it came out. Situation. Right.
I don't know how that works. It's either in or out, unless his penis can split in half, but it doesn't matter. We'll keep going.
Basically,
with the story.
some of it shot inside, some of it shot outside. I'm assuming. And then the friend goes, but don't you clean up after, having sex? Don't you clean up? Because you should. A, women, if you're listening, men also.
Always have wipes.
Have to clean up.
Of course.
And she goes, no, I just kept it on me and we went to sleep.
Yes.
Went to sleep. This is what I'm getting to.
When she woke up, she must have stood up naked and the quilt just stuck to her and she was just walking around as if she was wearing some kind of quilt dress.
Exactly. So it just blew my mind. And then she got pregnant from it. So I'm like, you deserve it. You actually deserve it.
What do you mean, just marinated into her skin and found its way to the egg?
Apparently it's very good for your skin, though. People put it on their face.
I have heard that. Yeah. That's some weird Gwyneth Paltrow stuff.
No, you know what I think?
I think like, what was it? What she used to rub on her face?
Yeah, it was she created like a candle of vaginal odor or something. I think it was something like that. But I think a guy came up with that rumor that having it on your face makes your skin better, because he knows that women care about their skincare more than anything.
Whoever was the first person to go, the girl's like, no, I don't want it. He goes, did you know? Scientifically, it's really good for your skin and actually ages you less per 10 years.
It does wonders.
And then she was just there like, do it.
More.
Is that all you've got? Do it again.
Exactly.
And now it's just spread round.
And now the world has it in their skincare.
Crazy things that you used to believe when you grew up. So I heard it had come out on Facebook or something. It was like a guy about our age. Do you remember the story of the rumour that went around about Marilyn Manson? That he do you tell the story?
Took out his own ribs.
Yeah.
And just so he could bend over and suck himself.
Yeah, suck himself off, right? Yeah. So this was the rumour that went on my school in the middle of England. My friends in Manchester know it to be true. You in Watford know it to be true. I mean, I couldn't believe how you would have handled that story when you were a child. Could never mind, you can't even talk about ejaculating on a tummy at the age of 31.
Yeah.
But this person came out a year ago and said, so me and my friends were sat around one day, and then we thought, let's come up with the wildest rumour and the wildest lie we've ever come up with in our life. And then we found out that rumour that we started to spread around our school spread around the whole country, and it was a complete lie.
Wow. So that literally just started from a couple of kids?
Yeah, in school.
And
I remember where I was. I remember being on a bus, driving through Coventry, and when I first heard that story, I remember exactly where I was. And it was just a group of kids somewhere in England that just made it up. Like the guy said, it's good. The jizz is good for your face.
Like everyone said that Lady Gaga is a hermaphrodite.
Like they said, Ciara had a dick.
Yeah.
People are just making things up and ruining careers.
And we all believe it.
And Two-Step with Missy Elliott was a bang. But after that rumour went round, like she's got a penis.
Her career was over.
Career was done. She barely did anything again.
Wow. And on today's episode, we are analysing Ciara's career.
Wow.
So just don't spread rumours, people.
Because she was in line to be Rihanna.
She was, yeah.
But then everyone just thought she had a penis.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Maybe my timelines are getting wrong, but that's how I remember it going on.
No, you're right. But I think it actually did wonders for Lady Gaga because she was trying to hit that kind of market anyway because of all her like ostentatious behaviours and outfits and performances.
Yeah.
I think it actually did well. Like that's something a PR team would release.
Yeah, I think for a pop star, if the rumour goes around like you've got a penis and a vagina, then it could work wonders.
Yeah.
But if you are supposed to have a vagina, but there are rumours saying that you've never had a vagina and just dick, I think it's too much for the human mind to comprehend.
Yes, agreed. When you were famous, was there any crazy rumours out about you? Or like anything in the press that like you were like, that's an outright lie and I have no idea where you got that from?
Not really.
Okay.
There was one time I said like a conspiracy theory and I can't remember it. Basically, my dad just got in my head and I believed it to be not even true. I just said something on Twitter and then it just went all over like the Daily Mirror.
Oh, no. So you just spoke on something you didn't actually know?
No clue about. And then I had like journalists going, can you please comment on this? And I was like, yeah, you will want that. You will want me to comment on it so you can distract the whole world from what's really going on in the world.
You are your dad's son.
Yeah,
you really are.
But I didn't actually believe it. I was just being, I don't know, facetious.
Well, okay. So how long have we been going, Dax? 31. Okay, cool. So we have time for a review.
Time. Anyway, no, we haven't finished.
Oh, okay, go on.
Fart in your mouth. You're in the moment. Fart in your mouth. You're in the moment.
No, but he asked. He asked first, can I?
It seemed he didn't... She didn't finish the story.
Okay.
He didn't... I don't know if the fart in the mouth happened.
Okay.
I don't know where it went.
No, but he asked her if, can I fart in your face?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think they were just... Oh, God, stand up. Let me fart in your face. Let me fart in your face. And he's there like... She's there like...
So it's not really asking.
But I don't know. I'm just trying to think like, what scenario would I allow... them to fart on my face?
Well, see, what's concerning me is you're trying to find a scenario that you would allow that. For me, it's a straight up no, no matter what scenario we're in.
Okay, let me make a scenario.
So what would you do? I would tell him absolutely
this is
not.
what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
This is going to be graphic. We're role-playing this.
No.
We have to role-play this because I'm going to try and find a scenario where I'm
going to have to. Okay, let's go.
You've had a marital affair. I'm going to throw some scenarios at you.
Okay.
You've had a marital affair.
Yeah.
Deep goes, Nimi, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Did he pull out or didn't he pull out?
Yeah.
Did his dick split in two? What happened? Where did it go?
Okay.
And he goes, I'll only forgive you if you lie down with your mouth wide open and I get to fart on your face. Then we'll forgive this, forget it, and move on with our life.
No.
Still.
I would say you can be angry at me for the rest of my life,
cool.
But you are not doing that.
Let's raise the stakes.
Yeah. Go on, what you got?
I was going to say me. Okay, I'm at your apartment. Mm-hmm. I'm waiting there for you to come back.
Yeah.
I have your dog in my hands.
You're sick. You're actually sick in the head, JJ.
And then I have the gas stove on. And I'm lowering him. Or her. What is it?
Him.
I'm lowering him onto the gas. And she's looking down. He's looking down, whimpering. And you go, stop! And I go, I will stop. If you lay down and let me fart on your face.
You farting in my face? Absolutely not. The dog can fart in my face.
No, at least we know what the intro to this podcast is going to be. You can't fart in my face. The dog can fart in my face. The dog's fart has such a unique smell. It's horrible.
Cures cancer.
That's another rumour.
God. You really walked me into that one.
All right. So you're making love to someone and they stand up and go, can I fart in your face? You'd say no. But you're lying on the sofa.
Yeah.
And Milo walks over to you, turns around and preps one, and you're just there, mouth open, like you're in the Earth song to Michael Jackson, just waiting for it to happen.
This is so disgusting. This is so wrong.
But what would you do? So no, you'd you'd stand up and walk out the door, go back to the nightclub and find the next killer.
Look, it's just not my style. I appreciate that it can be some people's style, but that's where it ends for me. And I'll be like, look, I'm down to continue going if you're happy to not do that stuff.
If you spoke to the other person like the way you just did then, they'll probably walk out of the room.
Okay.
I'm down to continue with this.
And if you could just sign this NDA whilst we're there, that would be good too.
Have you got a movie review?
Yeah, movie review. So this was really good, right? Because this was the first Sunday since I moved house that we actually chilled and watched movies just on the couch. You know, that's the best feeling ever.
Yeah.
And we really wanted like a psychological thriller kind of thing. And we were flicking through Netflix. We found this movie called The Lie.
Not seen it.
It's actually quite an old movie, so I'm not like spoiling it for anyone here. It's that girl, I don't even know her name as an actress. Anyway, everyone recognises her. The one with massive eyes, big lips, whatever.
Massive eyes, big lips. Is she in the film we spoke about earlier? The Lie.
The Lie.
Film.
She's like been a child actress for quite a long time. What's her name?
Alex Madigan. No, that's a producer.
The actress. She's in like loads of things.
I'm going to put the live film cast. Maybe that will help.
Yeah.
Joey King.
Joey King.
What's she been in?
She's been in quite a few things. She's quite a good actress. She's been in some chick flicks and like some coming of age movies.
Oh yeah, one of the classics, Summer 03.
Oh god, okay.
The Act. The Kissing Booth, 1, 2 and 3.
Kissing Booth, that's it. Kissing Booth 1, 2 and 3. She was the main actor in that. Okay.
She was in Crazy Stupid Love.
Oh, one of the kids maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, so this is what happens in the movie. So it starts off with a mum and dad that are split up, okay? And it's clear because the mum is dropping the daughter to the dad in the morning to take to school. The dad has a new girlfriend. It's really awkward.
He's moved on.
There's a lot of tension. There's also like really bad relation between the mum and the daughter. She's got to go on a school weekend trip to a ballet thing. She's like, Mum, do I have to go? I really don't want to go. Can I please just stay at home? I'd much rather do that. The mum is super strict and just focused on work, doesn't give her daughter much attention. And she's like, no, you have to go. So drops her to the dad. The dad is taking the girl to this ballet thing, dropping her off at school.
Why is every American film just about one of the parents missing the ballet recital?
I know.
Like, change the script.
Yeah, it's always like, okay, we get it.
It's like Liar Liar was the exact same thing.
Yeah. So they're on their way to school. It's snowing, so they live wherever they live. I'm assuming Canada, maybe. A lot of snow on the motorway on a really isolated road. And then all of a sudden, they see her best friend at a bus stop waving.
The daughter's best friend.
The daughter's best friend waving. And so the daughter's like, stop. I just want to see her. Stops the car. The girl's like, oh my God, I'm waiting for my dad. I don't know where he is. He was meant to take me, but now I'm waiting for the bus. The friend's like, Dad, can we please take her to school instead? He's like, yeah, sure, jump in. The friend is being really weird in the car, like starts like looking at the dad funny and like flirting with him or whatever. Anyway, the daughter's obviously not liking that. Then the girl wants to stop to pee. So the dad is forced to stop his car on the side.
For the friend or
for
the
the friend to go pee.
Go
the daughter's like, I'll come with you. They go, they find this bridge. all of a sudden, the dad hears a scream. He goes running, finds his daughter on the bridge, but the other girl is nowhere to be seen. Okay? The girl
that's meant to go to the toilet
yeah.
has now put the daughter on the bridge.
The daughter and the friend were on the bridge. The
Having a
daughter pushed the girl over the bridge after fighting. The dad can't find the girl's body, literally looking for it everywhere. Where is she? Where is she? Call 911, call 911. The girl's like, I pushed her. I did it on purpose. I didn't. She was annoying me. She was flirting with you. You think she's pretty, don't you? All of these weird things. Anyway, the dad's like, don't call the police. Get in the car. Let's go. The dad had decided he wanted to cover up the whole thing. Gets home with the daughter. The daughter is like completely out of it, in shock. Comes home. They tell the mum. The mum and dad, basically the whole movie is the mum and dad trying to cover up for the daughter.
Yeah.
Now, the daughter's friend's dad comes to show up at the house to be like, where's my daughter? I haven't seen her for days. She tends to do this disappearing act where she goes off for a few days and then comes back. The police then get involved because the daughter's friend's dad is like, these lot are acting really funny. Something weird is happening.
So they're already suspecting the family.
Yeah, why aren't you telling me where my daughter is? The whole movie is them just covering up, trying to find out what to do. He's like, she's going to spend her whole life in prison. At this point, the mum and dad are getting closer because they're living in the house together again.
There's nothing that can get, like, the sexual juices flowing, like the daughter committing murder.
Right.
It's going to bring you back together.
It's going to bring you closer. And
it's like a dark parent trap.
Exactly. Yeah. And so the daughter saw it and she was so happy that, oh my God, we're playing Happy Families. In the morning, she'd be making breakfast and pancakes and stuff for the family. After, she's just pushed her friend off a bridge and killed her. Anyway, the parents start to realise that the daughter's friend's dad is becoming a problem, right? So they go around to the house to plant his daughter's belongings in his soil to basically frame him as the killer. They painted a picture to the police that he beats the daughter and all of this stuff. Whilst they're there that night, they actually the mum purposely ends up running the dad over. Okay? And he's begging them, like,
the
please
dad
save me.
that was being the suspecting them of the murder.
Yeah. She runs him over on purpose. She puts her foot down when he's in the middle of the road trying to stop them, and she kills him. They get home.
So now this family have killed the dad and the daughter?
Yes, correct.
Oh, shit.
They get home. The next morning, they're cleaning the blood off the front of the car, right? Yeah. To cover up everything. They're in the garage, just the mum and the dad. There's a knock on the garage door.
It's the daughter.
The daughter walks in.
The daughter that was meant to be dead.
The daughter's friend walks in alive.
Oh my God.
And they're like,
why would she knock on that door?
That was just her way in because they weren't answering the front door. They were like,
no, but why would she go around the friend's house? Oh no, because she knew she was pushed.
No, wait for it.
Okay.
Wait for it.
This is really good.
I know. The mum and the dad are standing there in shock. The mum goes to feel the daughter's friend's face to see if she's actually real or if they're hallucinating. She's a real human being. And she goes, I'm so sorry. It was our idea. I was actually with my boyfriend for a few days, but we came up with this idea of, like, just so that we could cover our tracks, and then I would come back and we would tell you guys the truth. And so the parents...
But the daughter pushed her on the bridge.
No one saw it. The dad just heard a scream and then didn't see the daughter's body, the friend's body.
Yeah. But the daughter went, I did it on purpose.
The daughter said, I pushed her.
Yeah.
The body went downstream, supposedly. The body's gone.
But the daughter also made it up. She was also part of it.
So the daughter and the daughter's friend had created this lie.
Holy shit!
And now this whole time, the mum and dad have been trying to cover her tracks.
This is some weird parent trap.
And have now killed someone in the name of their daughter to protect her. But the whole time she was just lying for her friend because her friend wanted to be away with her boyfriend for a few days. And then the last scene is like them all hugging, and then you hear the police sirens to come and get the parents. What would you do, JJ?
In what? Which one of the situations?
Phoenix came home.
If I was flirting with the dad?
No, Phoenix came home. Phoenix came home. He was like, Mum, Dad.
Oh, don't. Go on.
Mum, Dad, I've killed someone. What would you do? Would you say to him, you need to fess up, you need to go to the authorities, or are you going to help cover it up?
Have you watched The Judge?
No.
With Bryan Cranston? Really similar storyline.
Really?
So Bryan Cranston plays a judge, and he's a really good judge, helps people in like really poor communities, and just like is a really fair person. He has a son, And then the end of the episode 1, the son runs someone over, and then the son has like an asthma problem, so he was like,
oh my gosh, this girl had an asthma problem.
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So he was like, and then he walked over to this kid that he just ran over and was like, and he was like covered in blood. He was like about to die, and then he was like trying to whisper to him, and then he was like, oh no, and then he grabbed his phone, the guy that got run over's phone, and then tried to call the police but couldn't get his words out and was like so the police assumed it was the kid taking his last breaths when actually it was the judge's son that just hit and run him. And then he got in the car, drove off, and then went to his dad and then told his dad what happened, the judge. And then it's the whole season is just covering up this murder. The dad actually did take his son and go, we're going to the police station. We're going to talk about it and we're going to sort this out because he's a fair judge.
Yeah.
He got into the police station and then he saw a man and a grown woman and a grown man crying their eyes out. It turns out the grown man and grown woman are like the head of the biggest drug gang, like cartel, like the scariest family. So he was literally like, get back in your car now, we're going. And then the whole season is just like covering up these tracks.
Oh my
and the drug cartel
gosh.
trying to find out who killed their
did
son.
it? That's so good.
Yeah, it's honestly, season 1's amazing. Don't bother with season 2.
But you know what? It reminded me of when Phoenix wasn't born yet, and you were like really anxious, and you were like, how do you know? Like, how do you not know that your kid's going to be born and they're not going to be an absolute nutter or a murderer or whatever? And
Yeah,
so
you don't know what's going to happen.
I reckon I would have to go to the authorities. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night.
No.
And like, I'm sorry, if my kid killed someone, you deserve it. Accountability. Jail for life.
You would put your own child in jail for
I
life.
I didn't put the child in jail. They did through their actions. I wouldn't help cover it up.
This has took a really weird, dark turn, but I would probably. I don't know. I don't know if I'd just take him to prison. If he was a bit of annoying, if he was like an annoying kid, and he did that, I'd be like, off you go.
Okay, so but
he was a really good child, and he was polite, and he did his spellings, and he was a good boy.
You would help cover it up.
If he didn't mean it.
No, but this girl said, I meant it. I did it on purpose. It wasn't an accident. You're not speaking. I feel like you're holding back.
Yeah, I don't think I would rat him out. He's your
I
child.
wouldn't say rat him out. But
Yes, you would. You'd rat out your own son or daughter.
I would say you
Shame
need to...
on you, Nimi. Shame on you. Shame on you.
I would say you need to go to the authorities now.
When you have a child and they're old enough to listen and talk, I'll be like, by the way, that woman
that you call mother,
or
that doesn't let you call her mother,
that breastfeeds you, gives you milk, gives you life, she'll rat you out one day.
Yeah, and he'll
sleep
be like,
with one eye open.
And he'll be like, yeah, I know, I'm ready for it.
I'm fully aware.
What a way to end the show.
What a way to end the show. Thank you so much for listening to the What Would You Do podcast. Yeah, took a few wild turns, but
yeah,
hopefully you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I feel like most of our episodes do.
Yeah, they're getting wild. They're getting weirder.
But you know what we love is that we are getting so many DMs from you guys and crazy stories, scenarios that you have been through or that your friends have been through.
Fart on the face one's hilarious.
Yeah, you need to keep sharing this with us.
We're very different in opinions, by the way. Nimi would be like, absolutely not, don't fart on my face. I'd probably go along with it.
JJ's open to it.
I'd probably go along with it. I would.
And this is why it works.
And just in the moment, do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? You just like roll with it.
Yeah.
Fart on my face. You'll forget, you'll feel a bit mortified after it's all happened. But
I feel like once you open the gate, the gate's open.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to keep coming.
What, you think there'd just be continuous plumes of fart?
Yeah, and then maybe even...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's like
Shart.
some weird fetish stuff.
Yeah, it's
but we
just
don't kink
too much.
shame.
We don't kink shame. But What Would You Do podcast?
On
Make
Instagram.
sure you DM us, keep them coming, all anonymous.
We're getting followers as well. Like, we're really, really happy that you're like following the Instagram. Subscribers are coming. We know it takes time to grow these things, but we're going to keep going with the content. If you keep supporting, we'll keep delivering.
Yeah.
It's a support to delivery service. Mm-hmm. And hopefully together, with sharing it and posting it to friends and family or WhatsApp groups, or you share it on your Instagram stories, we'll grow this podcast.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Thanks for listening.